Hi, my name is Sarah, coming to you from Northern Michigan, and I'm here with my friend Ashley, who is in Ohio. So that's why we're on a video chat right now, because we can't just sit down and chat side by side, but this is a super fun way to do it. So I asked Ashley to share a little bit of her story and her journey with her experience of Beachbody, starting from a challenger to a coach now, and just what it's done for her. So, Ashley, just share a little bit about who you are, what you do in life, like just a little bit of the 411 on Ashley.
Sure. So I am married. I've been married for 4 years to my amazing husband. No children yet, but I am a dog mother and love him just like he's my little boy. Um, a little bit about me. So I love music. Music is my passion. Big fan of jam bands, travel all over the world to see them. And I love being outside. I love being in nature and I love any type of adventure.
Ashley ups my coolness because I don't even know jam band was a term. So she's like that cool chick who goes to all the music festivals and like knows like real bands. Yeah. Anyway. So Ashley and I met through social media, which is kind of fun. And one of the things I love about coaching is the friends that you meet that you never would have maybe met another way if you're not like putting yourself out there and inviting people to do what you do. So talk a little bit about like how we got connected.
Sure. So that's kind of a long story, but I'm going to sum it up because I actually followed Sara for quite some time on social media. I think I found you on Facebook. You did some quick 5-minute videos. And for me, where I was in my life, I wasn't ready to commit to a full workout program, but I was like, I can do 5 minutes. So that's what attracted me to you. And I started doing some of your 5-minute videos. You instantly made me feel so comfortable, reached out to me, and that friendship was there. I personally was so scared to commit to anything in my life because I had suffered some pretty severe depression. And when me and Sara actually met, I was probably at my rock bottom. So Sara was amazing and just stuck by my side, was that friend that I didn't really ever know I was missing in my life, but she was always there for me. And I think it was, I want to say, I'm not sure exactly, but almost a year of Sara just kind of following up, checking in on me, seeing how my life was. And it wasn't even just fitness related. She would ask me about like trips that I was taking or different things. And that's what really showed that you were the real deal, that you weren't in this for anything more than to actually help me. And so when I finally had enough and reached out to Sara and was like, I'm ready to do this, I was so ready to do this because I had watched you for a year and finally was just like at my rock bottom and knew I had to make some changes.
I want to I love doing these because actually like we've talked so many times, like we're friends now, but I didn't even realize the 5-minute video thing.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I remember you just messaging me one day and saying, I want to do this. And then, disappearing for a little bit. But that's the thing, like people aren't always ready. And now like as health and fitness coaches, like it's not just like being a personal trainer. It's like being that friend. So that means the world to like that you thought that. And that's really the coach that you've become too, like leading with your heart and knowing that not everyone's ready to do what we do, but we give them hope that they can get there and then we can help them once they're there. So you shared a little bit more, like if you don't, do you mind sharing more about your story if I ask more questions there?
No, absolutely.
Okay. You shared a little bit about being at rock bottom, which, I don't always know. We don't know sometimes as coaches, and we don't have to know everything, but we can just be this positive influence that you never know how you might be impacting someone. So share a little bit more about just your depression, how you got there, how you got yourself out.
Yeah. So I'm going to take you back to 2013. That was my roller coaster year. That year, the first thing that happened was I was diagnosed with melanoma. And then my mom passed away. She had been ill for many years, but put on that tough, positive front. So nobody really knew how sick she was. So when she passed, it was kind of tragic. She was actually in a coma for 14 days. So I spent every moment for those 2 weeks at the hospital. And my mom was my best friend. So losing her literally like just took the wind out of me. And then I was also planning a wedding at this time. And it was 6 months after my mom passed that I was getting married. And that's all I wanted was my mom to be at my wedding. So it was supposed to be the best day of my life. And it was. She was there in spirit, absolutely. But it was just a lot for me to deal with. And I tried to hold it all together because, being the woman of any family, you just try to put on your tough front and just go through the motions. But I literally like died inside when I lost my mom. And as you can see now, I'm a pretty outgoing, bubbly, social person. I feed off of other people's energies. I love being around people. But after I lost my mom and after I made it to the wedding, I literally did not want to leave my house. I suffered severe depression, anxiety, to the point where I was like, I didn't even want to be around family, friends, anything. I made up the biggest excuses to get out of anything, to just, pull the covers up and to just pretty much curl in a ball and let life pass me by. So that's where I was. And then in 2015, so after my wedding, with everything crazy, I had gone down to my lowest weight ever. I was like 119 pounds and I'm 5'7". So for me, that was like so unhealthy and frail. And then I was a cigarette smoker. Me and my husband decided to honor my mom and quit smoking on her birthday. So I went from my lowest weight to then my highest weight. And I was at about 170 pounds. And I just felt like an alien in my body. I felt like I was carrying around all this extra weight and I was depressed. So it just made every single thing worse. And I literally stayed stagnant like that for about 1.5 years until that's when I finally was just like, I think that I was like, I had no other option. I was just so like, I tried everything I thought with no success. And then I asked Sara for help, and that's where my whole life changed.
Wow. When you said took the wind out of me, like that, you just like, you can feel that, like that's a huge chunk of your life gone. Ashley, thanks for sharing that. So when you were ready, you jumped into like a short 5-day challenge I was doing. And I think you were just ready. Like you were just ready to reach up and grab something and go. And that's so important because people get to that point. And so talk about what that was and how it kind of launched you into this idea of becoming a coach yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, I had tried a lot of different things on my own, ordered a Bowflex, ordered a bunch of videos, but I even worked out every day on that Bowflex, but stayed the same because I didn't realize about nutrition. I didn't realize about strength training. These are all things that you taught me. So when I finally committed to saying yes, and the reason I did that was because you, Sara, believed in me more than anybody had ever. Like you believed in me like my mom had. And that's exactly what I needed at that time, was somebody else to show me that belief, to show me my strength, to show me that courage. And that's what you were there for. So you gained my trust instantly after that. And when I joined that 5-day group, I was so in it. I was so committed. And everybody in our group was awesome, so supportive. I still talk to everybody in that group. I mean, we're all friends still from this. And in that 5-day group, I lost 7 inches and 7 pounds. But it wasn't the weight or the inches. It was that I accomplished something. I stuck with something. I had just hope again. And that was when I was just like, holy cow, if this can change my life, I want to help others. I want to show others that there's more, that you don't just have to curl up in that ball. So that's when I was just like, I think coaching's for me. Scared to death, but I thought coaching was for me.
I love it. Scary, but like where you were was scary.
So
yes. Oh shoot. Ashley froze for a second. She will be back. I promise. Oh, I froze. We're good. We're good. Where you were was scary. And so
yeah. And sometimes I just think if I didn't say yes to you, or not even you, to myself, if I didn't say yes to myself at that time, I don't really know where I would be.
Yeah.
I mean, it was bad. I had thoughts that this world didn't need me, you know, like I wanted to just be with my mom. So I don't think like that at all anymore. I have been able to change my whole life around to be so grateful for the years that I spent with my mom. I can share her story because she was an amazing positive force in this world, and she lives on through me.
That's amazing. Being able to switch the way you feel about something bad instead of looking at it as, but look like what I got, like just that grateful mindset. I mean, the coaching world is so about gratitude and serving others. And it's an amazing business opportunity that you'll never see if you don't have that attitude of gratitude and wanting to serve others. And that was clear in you from the get-go. And I love, like, Ashley's so flattering to me. Like, she just fills my cup telling me this stuff. And as a coach, you don't always know. Like, I didn't realize I was just willing to believe in her because she was ready to show up. And that's the coolest thing, is that you just don't know the power that you might have to help someone who's like there and they just need someone to hold their hand for a moment, for a week, whatever. So Ashley, you're a coach now and helping other people. Talk a little bit about that and what coaching has done for you.
I'm very grateful that I've had some amazing jobs in my life. I'm actually a park manager right now, and I love my job, but no lie, and I didn't know this until I said yes, but coaching is my purpose. That is my passion. When I finally realized that just by sharing my story and being me, that I could actually impact and make a positive difference in other people's lives, for just like Sara not giving up on me. She could have easily gotten 5 no's from me and just said, okay, it's not her time, she's not ready. But because you stayed committed, that showed me that, yeah, this is not easy. This is a whole lifestyle change. And you just have to walk the walk in the journey with them. And when you get a no, it's not, no, I don't want to do this. It's just, no, I'm scared right now. And you just have to be patient when people are ready. But so coaching has changed my life in 1,000,001 different ways. But most importantly, I have been able to impact so many family and friends. I have a couple women on my team that have lost over 50 pounds that have, in the same way as me, have been given their life back. My team itself, I feel, is like the team of fighters and survivors. We have a couple women that have lost their husbands. We have a lot of people that have lost their sisters or family members and have gotten back up and just appreciated the life that they're given and just fought even harder. So it just is amazing because they all inspire me and keep me going every day as well.
Oh, I love it. Like, it's almost like the gift that you can give to your team and the people you work with is like, instead of thinking, why me, it's more of like, I'm so lucky that I had that. And like, I got to get up and keep honoring these people.
Yeah.
It's like switching a mindset that you can get stuck in when something tragic happens or something bad happens, or you just aren't surrounded by positivity. Like, that mindset change is amazing. And yeah, the physical part, like, it all starts here, right? Like, you want to change your body, it all starts up here. So, and you get that.
Oh, and I just have to say this because, okay, I am a math and science person. I do not read. And literally before coaching, no, I just have to say this. I did not open a book since I was in school. But since I've become a coach and have realized how important personal development is, I have read like 13 books down here. And I like every morning I wake up excited to read. It's just crazy because if you knew me, this would be the last thing ever coming out of my mouth. But it's just another aspect of how coaching can change your life. It's helped me grow. I wouldn't have the job that I had without coaching because it's made me better spoken. You know, I could write an essay better because of all the different aspects of coaching.
I love that. I got 13 books down here that I've read. But I hear you. I didn't think, like, I remember my boss one time before coaching trying to make me do a book report. And I looked at her like, you're not allowed to make me do that.
I'm not at school anymore. What are you talking about?
I know, I'm pretty sure I said that. And she made everyone stop. She said, okay, no more book reports, because I threw such a fit. And I'm almost embarrassed by the fact that I thought I was done learning,
Yes.
because there's so much to learn and the world's ever changing. And like, yeah, I love the growth that you get to have in this as well. Yay. Ashley, thanks for sharing part of your story. Is there anything else that you want to share? It's always like a loaded question at the end.
Yeah, but I just want to say that my biggest fear in coaching was being perfect. And it's made me realize that nobody's perfect. You have to embrace your flaws. I used to be so scared to fail. And if I ever even got close to failing, I would just like, peace out, dip out. And now I like have learned my biggest lessons from failing and then pushing past that. I have found strength that I never knew that I had. And it's because it's just embracing this whole journey.
Yeah, I love it's like uncovering parts of you and doing things you didn't think you were capable of is pretty cool.
It's so cool that I never knew about it, but it's so cool. Yes.
And you do it surrounded by people who support you, which feels good, and are positive influences.
That's another thing too. I've had so many jobs where people don't want to help you, or you're out on your own. This community is incredible. I mean, some of my best friends are now coaches, and we all hang out, we get together, but everybody honestly wants the best for the other person, and you're never alone in this, ever.
Right. I agree. I'm so glad that you shared. I'm so glad that you're part of the team and that we get to be friends, because it's just a fun friendship, like fun to meet other upbeat, like-minded people. And then this is a great way to be able to bring in a part-time income. Like Ashley and I both still work, but it's a great way to bring in some extra money, but by doing it with a hobby of helping people.
It's kind of satisfaction. Yes.
Yeah. So, okay, well, reach out to either myself or Ashley if it's something that you want to do more of, whether it's getting help with your health and fitness or even being part of a team that can really lift you up and open some new doors in your life.